I was gonna show you guys all my pieces just then, but I realized I don't have all of them with me. Anyways, welcome back to another video. My name is Camilla, and I'm gonna be reviewing my AP drawing portfolio. If you know anything about me, you know that I did one last year. That was for AP 2D. So there's two different AP art classes. I took the AP drawing one this year. Spoiler alert, I got a 5 last year, and I got a 5 again this year. 2 pats on the back for Camilla. I don't know how that happened. The entire year, I had no idea what I was doing or what my theme was. I figured it out in the end. So basically the portfolio structure is you have to have 15 images for like the sustained investigation, and then you have to have 5 selected works. And so the way my portfolio personally is structured out is I have 11 sustained investigation works, and then for the other 4 images, I showed my process, my experimentation, and my revision. So I only made 11 works this year. I actually made a little less this year, and I used some works that I did last year. Don't tell anybody. So today I'm gonna be showing you guys that. And my SI inquiry or theme that I figured out at the end is how can I explore my identity through unconventional self-portraits. So basically all of these are self-portraits, and I tried to make them a little unique. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys all of my pieces. The first piece on my sustained investigation is called Sleepover with Myself, and it's 30 by 24 inches, and I used acrylic paint and colored pencils for that. Basically, I wanted to... Oh my god, it's raining. Basically, what I wanted to show with this piece was, you know, I wanted to explore my identity in a social scene, like a sleepover, so all of the people in the sleepover are me. But the real reason I wanted to do this is just because I wanted to paint a sleepover scene, and I thought it'd be fun and cute and silly. My second piece is called An Artist's Fate. Wow, so cute. And I'm pretty sure that's 18 by 24 inches, and I used crayons and a little bit of linseed oil. My idea for this one was to explore my identity as an artist. I've been wanting to become an artist since I was a kid, so I took a screenshot from a video from when I was a kid drawing, and I incorporated that into this drawing, so it's like little me and big me drawing together. My third piece is called Braiding Hair. It's actually one of my favorites. It's 24 by 30 inches, and I used acrylic paint on canvas. This one was kind of to represent my struggle with femininity as part of my identity, or showing my masculine side and my feminine side. The blue and the pink side, you know, kind of showing that contrast a little bit. I really like this one. I really do. My fourth piece is called Stitched In. This one is probably my least favorite. I actually forgot that I did this until just now. This one's 24 by 18 inches, and I used acrylic paint, colored pencils, and I used like a little bit of canvas and a little bit of embroidery thread to stitch the canvas onto the paper. The whole concept behind this was to like kind of like a struggle to fit into society. I don't like it, everything about it, but it's okay. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you are a fan of my channel, you probably are a fan of art, or you do art, or both. And if you're anything like me, you know that traditional work and jobs are not one size fits all. Skillshare is the perfect platform for you and I, for creatives, because you can learn how to design a career fit for you. You may know Skillshare for classes in photography, film and video editing, and illustration, but Skillshare actually has hundreds of career-focused classes too. You can learn what it takes to break into the creative industry and take classes to find your creative voice and style. One of my goals this year is to better my relationship with my craft. Using Skillshare, I learned how to break out of my closed mindset and allow myself to be more in tune with my creative side. With Thomas Frank's Productivity for Creatives, build a system that brings out your best. This video was informative and super easy to follow to allow me to adapt these new changes in my lifestyle. You can also learn so many other things in general. The world is your oyster. The first 1,000 people to use my link will get 1 whole month free trial of Skillshare using this link that can be found in the description below. Thank you Skillshare so much for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. This next painting is called End of the Day. It is massive, and up until like literally a couple days ago was my biggest painting. It's 40 by 30 inches, and I use acrylic paint on canvas, and the idea behind this is to basically basically express how my identity changes in different settings. Mostly kind of show how like when you get home, you change a little. You're taking off the outside skin and you're letting your inner skin show. Mostly I wanted to experience with different styles. So you can see the more cartoony, like comic style is coming out of the skin. And I really enjoyed doing the background. That was a lot of fun. This next piece is called Fake Flowers. It's probably one of my most popular pieces from this portfolio. It's 28 by 22 inches and I used acrylic paint on canvas. Also, these clips that I'm showing throughout the video, they are from my YouTube channel. Each one of these paintings actually has an entire video dedicated to it and showing my entire process. If you want to check that out, I'll leave links in the description. This one I also just wanted to kind of explore new styles. So the last one I did cartoony with realism, but this one I did pixelated and realism. I loved how it turned out. This next painting is actually a painting that I did like last year in May. It's 40 by 30 inches. It's called Make Yourself Presentable, and this one I just included in the portfolio because I didn't have enough time to make another piece, so I just stuck that in there. But it goes with the theme. It's kind of expressing my identity and how I reject conforming to social standards. I don't know, something like that. This next piece is called The Witness. I knew that. It's 22 by 16 inches and I used colored pencils and acrylic paint on paper. The concept is kind of exploring my relationship with the passage of time a little bit. So you can see there's like two people and then in the middle they're like going through each other. I feel like I could do better with this concept. What can you do? This next piece is also one of my favorites. It's called Tied Together and it's 18 by 24 inches, I believe. And I used acrylic paint on canvas. This one is exploring kind of like my mixed identity as a Mexican and an American. So as a Mexican American and kind of having these two cultures meshed together. So each person represents a different one of my identities. They kind of get tied together in the middle. Tied together in the middle. This next piece I also created like last year. It's, I want to say 30 by 24 inches. And it's actually literally just a painting of me and my friends. It doesn't have anything to do with the theme. I threw it in there just because I didn't have any more pieces. But I guess what's unconventional about this is that I use like a weird perspective and angle and like flash and stuff like that. I don't know. But it is acrylic paint on canvas. I don't know if I said that. I mean, I like it. Does it have anything to do with the portfolio? No. And then my last piece is actually also something that I made literally a year ago that I put in there because I didn't have any more pieces to put in, and it's 18 by 24 inches. This one I remember making and I was trying to kind of explore, I think it was like Burnout or something, just kind of have a bunch of me's dogpiling me. If that makes any sense. So I guess it does kind of fit the whole unconventional self-portrait thing because it's, I don't know, it's a weird like a blob. I think it could be executed better. I branched out a little bit. It's kind of cool. And then here are my 5 selected works. I just chose like my best works basically and did that as my selected works. And now I kind of want to go more into tips and stuff like that, AP art portfolios. I think it's really important to have good writing and like good explanations for your pieces. You don't want to over explain anything. I mean, you can't anyways because you only have like a certain amount of characters when you're writing everything, but you really want to make sure that it's clear that these pieces tie into your overall idea and that there's a clear theme that you can see. You also really want to show your experimentation and your revision and your process. So I included a lot of photos of me like, you know, actually painting. In the middle, like work in progresses, I showed how I experimented with different materials, and I also showed my revisions and how I did this but then I changed it to this, and I dedicated a couple slides just for that. A good chunk of the grading is based around that. A lot of people don't prioritize that, but I think you should. The other thing is you have to choose a theme that you are passionate about but that you also know that you're not gonna run out of ideas for. Which is a little ironic that I'm saying this because I did not even have an idea for this entire year, but I knew that I wanted to do something with identity and self-portraits, so I kind of went off that, and that's like limitless because you can do a billion different paintings about that. You're not gonna run out of ideas. And the last little tip that I'm gonna give you guys is to manage your time. My teacher was really lenient on deadlines, which thank you very much. But we basically have 2 weeks for each painting, which is a lot of time if you think about it, but also not a lot of time if you think about it, so you really want to make sure that you're not doing anything too overboard or anything that you can't finish on time, because it's important to get, you know, a good variety of pieces done for your portfolio. I guess that's all the advice I have to give. I don't know, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this second portfolio review. If you want to see the first one, I'll leave a link down below. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye, guys.